I'm only doing this because I was reminded about my post that I was gonna make a video for you guys regarding used motors, transmissions, and parts when you guys are buying them. So here we go. So here we are, California, Los Angeles, California, where we have a fire over there in Riverside and San Bernardino. You guys can see all that smoke. We're breathing all that good stuff in that's burning out there. Now, come over here, you freaking, hey man, I don't know how much we're gonna spend on this block. Well, here's the theory behind used motors, and I wanted to do this before we opened up this block, but I'm gonna try to explain this to you guys as best as I can. Now, I'm not trying to throw shade at anyone, and this isn't meant for anyone to take offense to it, but this is a good example. When we received this 6.0 with the 4L80 harness, pretty much a whole swap, we were told that it was getting compression ran, it was getting tested to see if it was a good motor. So you know what, everyone that sells used motors and transmissions always tells you the same thing. Oh, we're gonna do a compression test before it goes out to you. Now, I'm not saying everyone does this, or not everyone, or how do I say it, not everyone does this, and not everyone says it and doesn't do it. Here, unfortunately, we had a good example of that. We were told that they were running compression on it, and well, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Well, look, so it doesn't look like I'm getting some random spark plugs out of a box back there. I gotta go through all this junk and look for the spark plugs, which I can't find. They're somewhere down here. There's so many goddamn bolts, and I'm getting my hands dirty. Let's see. Oh, there's a metal gasket right here. I don't want to cut myself with it. Oh, give me a second. Well, I guess we threw away the spark plugs, which I don't remember where, but here's another quick example how you can find out if they ran compression. Luckily, this motor, we're tearing it apart to do a good build for Fernie, the white truck. We're doing 6.0 4L80. His is currently a 4.8 with a manual transmission. But anyways, that's besides the fact. To begin with, when you take off the spark plugs, or when we took them off, we noticed no one ever touched those spark plugs in a very, very long time. It's like they just threw them on there and that's it, and didn't change them at all. So yeah, there's that. Then if you come over here, when you do a compression test on any motor, you can bolt the take off the old spark plug, put in your little hose for the compression test, and then you turn the motor. Obviously, I get it, the motor was already out of the car, but if you're gonna do it manually, those pistons come up and down. And if you know how a motor works, you would know that rust has been there for a very, 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 very long time. So if this motor was to turn at least a little bit, which we tried already, and it's very, very hard, you know, it would scrape all that off and try to at least leave the cylinder wall a little bit, you know, nice and shiny. But obviously that didn't happen, which leads us to assume that they didn't do a compression test. So that's one thing that you guys got to keep in mind. Do these places actually do compression tests on these motors? Do they, or do they not? I don't know, you tell me. I, for one, know for sure they did not do a compression test. And I really, really wish, I hope I can find the spark plug so I can show you guys at the end of the video how they look. It's freaking terrible. But there's that. Now keep in mind, this motor, we're tearing it apart to rebuild it with better internals, you know, bigger cam, better heads, you know, all that good stuff. Now imagine this, if we were to take this motor, complete how it came, and dumped it on the truck, and then we go to start it, and hey, what the hell, we got no compression, or hey, what the hell, no oil pressure. You know, those are things that you have to keep in mind. I have several customers that always come to us and say, hey, I want to install a used motor. That's fine. Hey, I want to install a used transmission. That's fine. Keep in mind, a lot of shops will charge you labor for this, and sometimes some shops will provide the used motors and used transmissions. That's a big risk for a lot of businesses. So in our behalf, at least we don't like to do used motors. Why? Because we've had so many bad motors, so many used transmissions that been bad, and we have to tell our customers like, hey, we installed it, guess what, it doesn't turn on, or hey, guess what, it doesn't run. Yeah, so now warranty's on you. Take your transmission, take your motor, take it, get it swapped out for a new one or another used one that they can guarantee that will, you know, will work. But you know what, we have to charge you labor again, because that's not our problem. That's up to you guys. You guys wanted to bring a used motor and a used transmission. Now I have another example. This right here is a VQ35HR that was brought by a customer. His had a rod knock, and then he brought us a used motor to install. We installed it. The car probably ran for about 5 miles, or maybe less than that, before it locked up for bad oil pressure. So yeah, that's one example here. And guess what, warranty was on him or on them. They provided another motor which was also bad, but our customer got tired of paying, you know, labor and all this other stuff, oil, coolant, you know. So that's a risk that you guys have to keep in mind. Got another example, and this one's the transmission. Customer brought his own transmission. I don't know where they buy these things. I mean, I do, but I don't want to say where it's at. I don't feel like throwing shade at a shop for doing this stuff, because again, it's a business and it's a risk that you have to think about, that you're gonna take. And they tell you right then and there, it's like, hey, if it doesn't work, bring it back. They have no issues doing that. They'll swap it out all day if they can, or any day if they can, within the 30 days of warranty that they provide you, or 90 days. Some is 30, some is 90, depending on where you buy it from. But again, are you willing to pay the extra labor? Are you willing to do the extra labor, you know, instead of either rebuilding your motor, rebuilding your transmission? But let's get back to this transmission right here. This is from a 350Z 5-speed automatic. Yeah, same thing, same scenario. We installed it, didn't run at all, and guess what, we had to take it. Oh, actually this time we didn't take it off. Customer decided to take it, and they did the labor themselves. But then you're what, $700, almost $1,000 short, you know. I guess in a way we win, because we got, you know, we charge for labor, but it doesn't make us feel good because the car never ran or properly, and you know, we got a customer that's pretty upset because this transmission didn't work. You know, it's just a very bad situation to put either your mechanic that you've been having a really good rapport with for many years, or you know, whatever, your builder. You don't want to put your builder in that situation either. So that's something you guys got to keep in mind. Now I'm going to tell you guys what to keep in mind when you're doing this, and what to look out for too. If you're going to a pick apart and you want to get a whole swap and do it yourself, take it apart, you know, go to the junkyard, spend a whole day, get your motor, get your transmission. Things to keep in mind and look out for: look for a vehicle that is crashed. That's a good sign that more than likely the car was running when the accident happened. So what does that mean? Motor was running. It's a working motor, at least that. I mean, I know there's accidents that happen when the car's parked and, you know, probably the car had issues and, you know, someone TCs it and then it's at the junkyard, pick apart. So, but that's, you know, I would rather look or get a swap out of a crashed car than a running car that looks very, very nice and clean in the outside, but then you get to the motor, it's like, hey, looks like they never touched it. Okay, cool, let me take it home. And then you take it home and it has a rod knock. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that. Another thing, I know some shops that are out here in SoCal that sell used motors and transmissions, or at least motors. They'll do the compression test right in front of you, or if they're like a recycling center where they, you know, take apart the cars, and you know what, they dismantle them themselves. Sometimes even if you get lucky, they'll show you the car running even before they start taking it apart, and they'll sell you the motor and they'll tell you, hey, pick it up today or pick it up tomorrow. You know, that's a good sign. If it's the same motor and same everything and everything matches up, then that's a good sign. I would say go for it. But again, try to think about these things before you even go this route on getting used motors and transmissions, even parts and sensors. Think about it. Are you willing to take this risk of paying the extra labor or doing the extra labor? That's something you gotta figure out on your own. I mean, If you know it's good, then okay. If you know it's a 50-50, then are you willing to risk that? I don't know. To me, that's a lot of money. So we only risked it because we know we're gonna take this apart, and you know, it's already in parts and pieces. And I'll tell you right now, if we would have done what Fernie wanted to, was just throwing a cam in this and then throw it in his truck, I don't think this motor would have been the good candidate for that. Real quick, so we have a fire here in SoCal, in San Bernardino County and Riverside County, I believe. Look at that. I wish I could just leave my phone here. Let me see. I'm gonna leave it for a couple seconds. I don't know if you guys can see that it's growing, which is pretty crazy. And it's been like 100 degrees, 110 degrees for the past 5 days here in LA, and we're dying. Us palm tree people aren't used to this weather, so we're used to the nice sunny, you know, cool weather, but this 100-degree weather is kind of killing us, not gonna lie. See, we got another cloud over there. That's crazy. And we're here in LA. This is bad. This is for sure gonna bring more heat to us, but oh well. Well, fast forward to a couple of days. Like always, making my way on my merry little house, and I forgot the GoPro. But not to worry. We're gonna resort to old school ways and using the iPhone. Just because I want to make sure you guys get a first glimpse of what will be the new project for the channel. And this project is mine, so I'll explain to you guys everything once we go see it. It's not a big deal. Probably you guys will be like, oh, what the fuck is this? But some of you guys will be like, oh wow, okay, something more exciting, I guess, hopefully. But we are on our way to Boyle Heights in California to go pick up, or not even pick up, but our job right now is to prepare the new project, because the tow truck's gonna pick it up and drop it off at the shop, hopefully today, if not tomorrow morning. But I definitely do want to show you guys the project, so let's get going. Now I'll give you guys a quick little backstory on the project that we're picking up. We've been having it for quite some time already. It's a project that was started, I started it when I was probably like 15 years old. I'm now 25. So yeah, there wasn't anything serious going on with it. It's pretty much just, I left it pretty much like just the shell itself. Took apart the interior, took apart the engine bay, pretty much just left it bare bones. And which you'll see once we get it to the shop, or once we get over there actually. You'll see what it is and what the idea for this project will be. For sure it's gonna be a V8, so no V6, no 4-cylinder, so it is a V8, give you that. Or not even, it will be a V8, so I'll give you a little hint on that. And yeah, bare bones. So been in the family for a long time. It's been an ongoing project, and I think that's it that I can give you guys right now. But we're almost there. We're probably like 2 blocks away, but I'll see you guys. Well, I pretty much got everything done with the new project. I had to get it some new rollers, or not even new rollers, just some rolling wheels, because the ones I had were completely gone. So now we can go ahead and call the tow truck and see when they can pick it up. But let me go ahead and show you guys the new project. I hope you guys like it, and hope you guys will be excited just as much as I am right now, because this has been a project of mine that I've been having in the back of my head for already a long time. And to actually see this project moving forward, it's pretty exciting. All right, you guys, a long time ago I had a YouTube channel which was doing pretty good, but I took it down. I just didn't see myself going anywhere with it. And one of the videos, I actually showed this truck when we first brought it into this old shop that we were at, and this is exciting. But let me show you guys my 1986 Chevy K5 Blazer. She's right there. She's not that good looking, but hey, let me run down through everything that we have going on so far, and then I'll show you guys, or I'll tell you guys what my plans are for it. So my 1986 K5 Blazer, it is all-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. Oh my god, yeah, I gotta fix a lot of stuff with this. So it did have an engine once upon a time. It did have inner fenders and all that good stuff, engine, transmission. Got rid of all that stuff, AC components. Not gonna need any of that. Interior, there is none. There is none. And damn, it's a mess over here. Yeah, she didn't look like this, but she does now. Broken window. Yeah, so we do have a lot in our hands, but it's okay, because at least we still got the rolling shelf, which is what I really need. And all that other stuff, we'll worry about it afterwards, and then you guys will get an idea of why I have it like this and why I'm saying this is a good candidate for what we're going to use it for. This truck came from Mexico, and it's going to stay like that with Mexican plates and all that stuff. I'm not going to register it in the States. There's no point. Majority of the time it will be out of state. Well, no, not really. It's going to be here, but we are going to be traveling with it back and forth from out of the country to back into the country. Not driving it in the streets or anything like that. Maybe we could, maybe we won't. We'll see. But let me go ahead and tell you guys what the plan is for this truck. Well, anyways, now that we got all that covered up with the K5, I want to show you guys what the plan is. So for right now, we do have this part out, 5.3 4L60. I am gonna grab the 5.3 and the 4L60, everything complete, and literally just dump it into the K5. I say that why? Because there's a lot of framework that I want to do to the truck to prep it for sand drags. If you guys don't know what that is, it's pretty much it's probably less than 1/8 of a mile. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. There's different tracks around here in Cali that are different distances. So there is requirements for these tracks for the sand drags. It's pretty much drag racing, but in the sand. So you're gonna see some big paddles in the back, maybe in the front. Not sure yet. But I do want to add a roll cage. I do want to do some body work to the truck. Obviously you guys saw it's all jacked up. That one we're pretty much just gonna get the body work done, leave it in a primer coat, and then we're gonna wrap it. So that's one thing. I already have the wrap for it as well. So meanwhile we're doing all that, I need to move it around, and I don't want to be pushing anything and toying it all the time. So I'm just gonna dump that in there. I don't care how it looks. I'm not even putting exhaust in it. Just leave it open manifold. Who cares? Just so the truck can move. With that being said, let me show you what the actual power plant is going to be for that motor or for that truck. So what we have over here is a 5.3 aluminum block out of a 2009 Yukon Denali, and this is going to be what we are going to use for the truck. Now, the reason why I'm doing this or using this power plant is because I want to be a little, or save some weight in the front. I was originally going to use a big block Chevy, but I changed my mind. I'm actually going to do this 5.3 aluminum block, forged internals. We're going to do some reworked heads, I guess, some 243 heads, and we're going to do obviously a stage 3 cam for boost, because we are going to boost this block. If it blows, it blows, which my intentions aren't going to be to blow it up and maximize the whole freaking, the kit that we use. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a twin turbo, single turbo, or a supercharger. So that's one thing I'm not sure of yet, but I know we are going to boost it. So we just got the block back right now from it being washed. I'm not too happy how they left it, to be honest with you guys, but there's that. And that's pretty much it for now. This isn't gonna be like a freaking from one week to another full build. No, we're gonna take our sweet time with it. Obviously it's a big project, so for sure we're gonna start doing at least the cam bearings, the main bearings with the crankshaft. I already have the camshaft, so we can go ahead and install that. The oil pump, just little things like that. I did order some main studs and head studs from ARP, so we are going to do ARP head hardware. So that's one thing for sure that this block is going to need. And I've done my research. Apparently these blocks do hold boost pretty well, even stock. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this block will hold up. And that's pretty much it for right now. With that being said, you guys already know what to expect for the K5, what's going to happen with the K5, and that's pretty much it. That's all I can pretty much give you guys right now, because otherwise I'm just gonna be talking out of my butt. So I don't be doing that, because then you guys didn't call me out on my shit. So anyways, yeah, I think that's it. However, I do want to give you guys a hint of what's over here in the background. If you guys know what this is, my real VQ people know what this is right here. It is a VQ, in fact, but for what? For what car? Comment down below. So I was gonna end the video, but we were able to get the truck over to the shop, and I kind of want to show you guys more of the truck and what we're working with. I know I kind of just told you out of like pretty much what we have, but I actually want to show you guys how it looks, so you guys have a general idea of what my canvas is. So we're gonna go over to the shop and we'll pick it up right now. Well, here she is. She's just out of that spot, and oh my god, I actually ripped. Yeah, these have been on for a very, very long time. And then those are from the Datsun that we have, and I just had to put some rollers on there. And yeah, let me show you guys what we got going on. So, like I said, bare shell. Just gotta clean her out real good. Did I take off the gas pedal? Yeah, I took off the gas pedal already. I took off a bunch of stuff. I have a bunch of LS gaskets here that we gotta throw away. A couple MSD wires, broken window, which I already have. I have a 400 transmission, which we're not gonna use. Maybe not. That's the 4x2. We need a 4x4 transmission. Let's see, what else can I show you guys? Obviously, you guys know it doesn't have any brakes, so can't do shit with that. And then, there we go. Well, yeah, here we are. Looks like I do have the gearbox for it, so I might throw that on right now, but I'm starting to realize I don't have a connecting arm that goes, well, yeah, so gearbox goes right here, right there, connects to that arm, which helps you steer, but I don't have that. Okay, maybe I shouldn't leave my master cylinder hanging like that, but let me see. Tires blown. Oh, my harness. Oh no, not the harness. I just need this for the lights. I don't need that for anything else, but no, still works. So that goes into that fuse box right there. And yeah, who knows, maybe I'll have this truck finished way before Fernie finishes this truck. I mean, to be honest, no, the Z is a different story. We don't know. We're keeping it truck for truck, man. We're keeping it truck for truck. Because we talk about Z's, I can tell you the same thing about yours. Exactly. It's a truck for truck. But there she is. We gotta weld the plate on here, sand it, wrap it, and then that's pretty much it for the body. I think I'm gonna weld the door shut here. I don't know, still debating. Take off the windows, plexiglass, everything. It's gonna be legit, man. It's gonna be legitness. Ooh, my hair's a mess. Anyways, that's besides the point. That's gonna be it on today's episode on my tips on used parts, used motors, used transmission, used anything, especially electronics. Be mindful of it. You're using used parts. If it doesn't work, think about it. It makes sense. You're using used parts. Don't start pointing fingers at people. It's your fault. It's your fault. No, it's a used part. You don't want to start pointing fingers. Get a new part. You can eliminate that out of the way. If it doesn't work, then you know maybe it's the part, or maybe, who knows, maybe you can start pointing fingers then. But anyways, you guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I have some more sauce cooking up for you guys, and I did give you guys a little hint a few clips ago. So scroll down. If you know what that is in the background, if you can name exactly what it is, I might give you a free shirt. Tell me on one of the clips. I did tell you guys that's a hint in the background. If you can tell me what it is, doesn't have to be for a car, or for a specific car. Just tell me what it is. What do you guys think it is? If you're the closest person in the comments, I might hit you up and give you a free shirt from the last merch that I've been pointing out, which I did find a person that can do a nice shirt print, so looks fire. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.